And it ended up being one of the most enjoyable relationships I've ever had.
I saw her on a TV show, and I had never seen her before, and I said,
At 89 years old, Robert Redford finally opens up about his life, his career, and his enduring friendship with Paul Newman. For decades, Redford has been one of Hollywood's most enigmatic figures, a man whose rugged charm, creative vision, and quiet determination shaped both mainstream cinema and independent film. His journey from a modest upbringing in California to becoming a cultural icon is not only the story of an actor and filmmaker, but also of an individual who redefined artistry, authenticity, and legacy in the world of storytelling. And at the heart of his career lies a bond with Newman that remains one of the most celebrated partnerships in Hollywood history. Charles Robert Redford Jr. was born on August 18th, 1936 in Santa Monica, California. His early years were shaped by a modest household that valued both discipline and creativity. His mother, Martha Hart, was a freelance illustrator and commercial artist who nurtured his appreciation for beauty, design, and self-expression. She encouraged him to see the world through an imaginative lens, fostering in him a sensitivity to visual storytelling that would later translate seamlessly to cinema. In contrast, his father, Charles Robert Redford Sr., provided stability and grounding. A chemist and lab technician by trade, his pragmatic approach to life instilled in his son a sense of discipline and resilience. While Martha urged him to explore the arts, Charles Sr. reminded him of the importance of hard work, consistency, and responsibility. This duality, imagination on one side and grounded realism on the other, became the foundation of Redford's personality and career. Growing up in Southern California, young Robert was surrounded by vibrant cultural influences. Hollywood was close enough to spark intrigue, yet far enough to maintain its sense of mystery and allure. The streets of Los Angeles, the beaches of Santa Monica, and the unique combination of post-war optimism and West Coast creativity left a lasting impression on him. Though his family was not wealthy, his exposure to the glamour of Hollywood and the raw, natural beauty of California instilled in him both a fascination for visual storytelling and an appreciation for authenticity. These early influences would shape his worldview. A man who sought depth and meaning, while never losing sight of the everyday struggles of ordinary people. Redford attended Van Nuys High School, where his interests began to shift toward performance and creative expression. He participated in school plays, experimented with drawing, and explored storytelling in various forms. Although he was not yet certain of his path, the seeds of performance had been planted. After graduation, he enrolled at the University of Colorado, initially pursuing architecture. The choice reflected his intellectual curiosity and his ability to see the world in terms of structure, design, and vision. Yet even as he studied architecture, he felt the pull of something less rigid, something that allowed for more creativity and spontaneity. A turning point came when his growing passion for the arts outweighed his architectural ambitions. Redford eventually left Colorado and set his sights on acting, enrolling at the prestigious American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York City. Here, he found himself immersed in a rigorous environment, one that demanded discipline while nurturing artistic talent. He was introduced to influential mentors who saw in him not just raw talent, but also a unique blend of intensity and charisma that could captivate audiences. For Redford, these years were about more than technical training. They represented a shift in his identity, from a young man searching for purpose to an artist beginning to understand the power of storytelling. It was in New York that he realized his future would be on the stage and screen, a realization that would eventually lead him back to Hollywood, the city that had always lingered at the edges of his childhood imagination. Redford's early career, in the late 1950s and early 1960s, was marked by appearances in television series and small film roles. He worked tirelessly, honing his craft and slowly building a reputation as a dependable young actor with striking looks and undeniable presence. Though the roles were not always glamorous, they were stepping stones, each one sharpening his skills and preparing him for the breakthrough that would change his life. That breakthrough came in 1969 with Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Cast opposite Paul Newman, Redford played the Sundance Kid with a mixture of charm, wit, and understated intensity. The film was a revelation, capturing the imaginations of audiences worldwide. More than just a Western, it was a cultural event that redefined the buddy movie genre and cemented Redford as a leading man. The chemistry between Redford and Newman was electric. Their on-screen partnership was effortless, built on mutual respect and natural charisma. Audiences loved the dynamic, and critics praised the film for its originality, humor, and heart. For Redford, the role was transformative. Overnight, he was no longer just another young actor. He was a star. The success of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid gave him both visibility and credibility, setting the stage for a career that would span decades. More importantly, it was the beginning of one of Hollywood's most iconic friendships. The bond between Redford and Newman, a connection that would carry through both their professional and personal lives. The 1970s were Robert Redford's golden years. Following the success of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, he became one of Hollywood's most bankable stars, known for his rugged good looks, natural charisma, and ability to bring depth to every role he played. In 1973, he starred alongside Newman once again in The Sting. The film was a massive success, winning multiple Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Their pairing proved lightning in a bottle. Audiences adored the combination, and the Redford-Newman dynamic became legendary. Redford's success continued with All the President's Men, 1976, in which he played journalist Bob Woodward. The film, based on the Watergate scandal, was not only a box office hit, but also a cultural milestone, showcasing Redford's ability to balance entertainment with political commentary. His choice of roles reflected his intelligence and desire to contribute to meaningful cinema. By the mid-1970s, Redford had firmly established himself as more than a matinee idol. His performances showed nuance, emotional range, and a commitment to authenticity. He wasn't afraid to tackle difficult subjects, from political corruption to personal struggle. His star power, however, never overshadowed his dedication to craft. In 1985, Redford starred in Out of Africa alongside Meryl Streep. The sweeping romantic epic, based on Karen Blixen's memoir, won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Redford's performance as Dennis Finch Hatton showcased his ability to inhabit complex characters against a backdrop of grandeur and intimacy. Through these films and countless others, Redford became not just an actor, but an icon. He represented a new kind of Hollywood hero, rebellious yet thoughtful, charismatic yet introspective. He wasn't just playing roles. He was embodying cultural archetypes that resonated deeply with audiences worldwide. While acting brought him fame, Redford's ambitions extended beyond the screen. In 1980, he founded the Sundance Institute, a nonprofit dedicated to supporting independent filmmakers. From this effort emerged the Sundance Film Festival, which quickly became the most important platform for independent cinema in the world. For Redford, Sundance was more than an institution. It was a mission. He wanted to create a space where emerging voices could be heard, where unconventional stories could find audiences, and where filmmakers could challenge the norms of Hollywood. His commitment to creative freedom transformed Sundance into a cultural force that reshaped American cinema. Through the festival, countless directors, writers, and actors launched their careers. Redford's vision ensured that independent film would not only survive but thrive, influencing mainstream cinema and broadening the scope of storytelling. His role as an advocate for artistic innovation solidified his reputation as a visionary, not just a performer. Redford's transition into directing and producing was seamless. In 1980, he directed Ordinary People, a poignant family drama that won the Academy Award for Best Picture and earned him the Oscar for Best Director. The film's exploration of grief, family dynamics, and human vulnerability showcased Redford's ability to tell deeply moving stories with sensitivity and precision. His later works continued this trend. In 1988, he directed The Milagro Beanfield, War, a socially conscious story about community and cultural identity. Then, in 1992, he delivered A River Runs Through It, starring Brad Pitt and Craig Sheffer. The film, praised for its lyrical cinematography and poetic storytelling, became a hallmark of Redford's directorial style. His ability to draw out powerful performances while weaving themes of family, loss, and the beauty of nature earned him critical acclaim. Through his filmmaking, Redford proved that he was more than an actor-turned-director. He was an artist with a unique vision, one that balanced emotional intimacy with sweeping narratives, one that invited audiences to reflect as much as they were entertained. As he moved into the later stages of his career, Redford continued to challenge himself. Films like The Natural, 1984, revealed his talent for portraying characters of mythic resonance, while projects such as Out of Africa highlighted his ability to thrive in epic romance. But his true legacy extended beyond the roles he played. Redford became a symbol of artistic integrity, using his fame to create opportunities for others and to promote meaningful storytelling. His work at Sundance reshaped the film industry, while his directorial projects set new standards for sensitivity and depth in American cinema. Even as he aged, his influence only grew. Younger generations admired not only his performances, but also his advocacy for independent voices. He was a reminder that Hollywood could be about more than spectacle. It could be about humanity, artistry, and truth. Looking back, Robert Redford's life and career embody the balance of artistry and authenticity. From his early years in California to his rise as a Hollywood icon, from his legendary partnership with Paul Newman to his work as a filmmaker and advocate, he has left an indelible mark on cinema. At 89, his reflections are not merely about fame or success, but about friendship, storytelling, and the enduring power of art to connect people. His legacy is that of a visionary, an actor, director, and advocate who forever changed the way stories are told. Robert Redford's career is defined not just by his own work, but by the incredible artists he collaborated with. His partnership with Paul Newman is legendary, but it was not his only meaningful creative connection. Throughout his career, Redford worked alongside Meryl Streep, Jane Fonda, Brad Pitt, and countless others who shared his passion for authenticity and storytelling. Directors such as Sidney Pollack and George Roy Hill recognized his ability to bring nuance and depth to every character. Beyond talent, Redford's collaborations were marked by mutual respect. He listened, observed, and elevated the work of others. His influence helped shape careers, and his presence on set inspired creativity and professionalism, leaving a lasting mark on Hollywood culture. Beyond cinema, Robert Redford has long been committed to advocacy and social issues. He has used his platform to support environmental causes, championing the protection of wilderness areas and sustainable practices. His activism stems from a belief that storytelling and action are intertwined. Films can inspire, but real-world engagement can create tangible change. Through the Sundance Institute, he not only nurtured filmmakers but also encouraged stories that confronted social issues and challenged audiences to think critically. His engagement reflects a lifelong philosophy that art is most meaningful when it connects with real human concerns, whether through personal reflection, political awareness, or environmental stewardship. Redford's career has been recognized with numerous awards and honors, a testament to his impact on both acting and filmmaking. In addition to his Academy Award for Ordinary People, he has received Golden Globes, BAFTA nominations, and Lifetime Achievement Awards. His work at Sundance has earned him recognition not just as a filmmaker, but as a cultural pioneer. Honors such as the Kennedy Center Award and the AFI Life Achievement Award highlight the respect he commands across the industry. These accolades celebrate not just individual projects, but a lifetime devoted to storytelling, innovation, and the elevation of independent cinema. Despite his fame, Redford has remained relatively private about his personal life, valuing family and close relationships above celebrity. He has often credited his upbringing with instilling a sense of humility and grounding. Throughout his life, Redford maintained friendships with key collaborators and found balance between professional demands and personal reflection. His dedication to family and meaningful relationships parallels his approach to work: intentional, thoughtful, and deeply human. These values shaped not only his life choices, but also the way he approached characters and stories, infusing them with authenticity and empathy. Redford's influence extends far beyond his films. As an actor, director, and advocate, he has redefined what it means to be a Hollywood icon. He brought intelligence, emotional depth, and social consciousness to mainstream cinema, proving that commercial success and artistic integrity can coexist. Through Sundance, he has amplified voices that might otherwise have been unheard, transforming the landscape of independent filmmaking. Redford's legacy is also symbolic, a figure who bridged classic Hollywood with modern storytelling, creating a standard of excellence and a model for future generations.